300,000 years ago, humans were not the apex predator. We lived in the shadow of massive, highly specialized hunters that could outrun us and outsee us in the dark. Compared to almost any other large animal of that era, we were physically defenseless. We had no thick hides to deflect a blow, no claws for tearing, and no venom. Survival relied entirely on an oversized brain. We stayed alive by watching the world around us, recognizing patterns, and learning how to shape raw materials to do the work our bodies couldn't. This started a chain of innovation. When we solve a massive problem, like exposure or hunger, it often provides the exact materials or knowledge needed to face the next challenge. Early innovations provided a narrow margin between freezing or starving and living to see tomorrow. Every tool was a high-stakes response to the immediate threat of extinction. This is a Paleolithic hand axe. For a vast stretch of our history, this heavy rock was the peak of human technology. We used it to scavenge, smashing open leftover bones to get to the marrow inside. Eventually, we learned to strike specific stones, like flint, to flake off these smaller, elongated pieces. They gave us the precision edges needed to carve meat and shape other tools. While chipping these flints, we made a monumental accidental discovery. Striking these stones together created sparks, which eventually led to the domestication of fire. Fire served as our first true shield. By keeping a blaze going at the mouth of a cave, we could ward off the predators that once hunted us, allowing humans to finally sleep safely through the night. Mastering fire allowed us to dictate the conditions of our immediate surroundings. We had found a reliable way to transform the dark and cold into a space where we could thrive. With the safety of fire secured, we finally had the time to observe the environment more closely. We noticed that seeds tossed into our garbage piles eventually sprouted into new edible plants. This realization triggered a massive shift. We began to transition from wandering food gatherers to deliberate food producers. This diagram shows the specialized tools for this shift. Notice item 2, a curved sickle to harvest grains. Farming produced surplus food, creating a need for storage. We invented large clay pots, like item 6, to protect that surplus. Agriculture acted as an anchor. Because crops take months to grow, we had to stop wandering and commit to staying on specific pieces of land. Settling in one place allowed us to build permanent huts and refine our pottery. This three-legged vessel shows a clear leap toward durable, functional design intended for a stationary kitchen. We first used this technology to meet the massive demand for storage pots. By placing a heavy piece of wood on a pivot to spin clay, we created the potter's wheel. Eventually, we adapted that wheel for transportation. It became the ultimate multiplier of human effort, allowing a single animal to pull massive loads of grain or stone. We soon moved past stone entirely. By melting rocks to extract metal, we replaced fragile chipped edges with the durability of copper and bronze tools, seen here at the bottom. Building momentum, this stack of innovations, farming, storage, wheels, and metals, provided the complete physical foundation for every future civilization. Agricultural surplus enabled the division of labor. With the pressure of food seeking reduced, we saw the rise of specialization, where individuals could spend their lives mastering distinct trades, like pottery or building. This free time allowed the human mind to ponder the abstract. We developed early religions born from a need to understand the sun, the seasons, and the power of thunderstorms. We also see the emergence of the afterlife in the archaeological record. During this period, humans began carefully burying their dead alongside their tools and pottery. Ancient humans were the ultimate problem solvers. They faced a hostile planet with no instruction manual and engineered their way into the modern age. Modern skyscrapers and global supply chains sit at the far end of this chain reaction. Our current world remains tethered to those first moments when a single sparked stone changed our trajectory forever.